What is up, everybody? Welcome to Grillin It, the podcast all about food and barbecue and everything that goes with it. Now, check this shit out. Welcome, everybody. This is the first episode of Grillin It. My name is Phil. These are two of my good friends, Corey and Jeff. Welcome. Well, since this is a new podcast, it's going to be basically about food, having a good time, gathering with friends, anything like that, and just talking about our lives. And these guys know me well. I like to barbecue. So the main topic is going to be food and barbecue. So when you're traveling, and what do you normally cook when you're traveling, like on a weekly basis, like grilling wise?
I do a lot of chicken.
A lot of chicken?
A lot of chicken.
How do you cook that chicken?
So I have a Green Mountain Davy Crockett pellet smoker that I use it all on, and normally I will grill a week's worth of food on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, like meal prep?
Yep, I'll meal prep it all out.
Meal prep. Hell yeah, like I do a lot of meal prep lately, especially, since my dad had his heart issues last year. We make all our meals on Saturday, Sunday. It is a lot easier. So you grill that one day and you just basically, eat throughout the week with just, that's cool as hell. I do the same thing. I think that's a really good method of, cooking for work. You're not eating out every day, and you can make some pretty lean stuff. So what kind of stuff do you cook a lot, Jeff?
Every now and then.
Every now and again. What's your go-to? What kind of meat do you cook normally?
Chicken, fish, beef.
Chicken, fish, beef. What kind of fish do you cook if you cook fish on the smoker? Since this is the Midwest, fish isn't really popular around here because we're landlocked.
True. Well, catfish is pretty popular.
Catfish, hell yeah.
I've never really cared for catfish myself because I don't think that people clean it properly. But if it is cleaned properly, it is delicious.
So how do you?
Usually it's just
frozen catfish
or salmon.
Salmon? Yeah, I do salmon.
So how do you cook that? I guess I haven't personally cooked a lot of fish on the grill.
If it's on the grill, it'll be wrapped in foil with some butter, some lemon, some pepper. Just simple ingredients so that you don't ruin the flavor of the fish.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to drown it out.
No.
Do you have it open at any time?
I usually
to get any of that smoke flavor in, just have a boat kind of on the coals, or is it completely closed?
I've never tried it that way, but I've had other people cook it that way, and it is really good if you get the smoke flavor in there.
I'm gonna have to try some fish. I like to do shrimp. I know you're allergic to shellfish, so it sucks. But
water bugs.
This barbecue sauce is surprisingly good on shrimp. And I can't really prove it to anybody here because normally when we hang out, can't cook shrimp.
You cook shrimp anyways, I just won't eat it.
Right.
Tristan loves shrimp, so he'll come over and be your guinea pig.
Yeah.
But he got some gas station shrimp the other day.
So
I was afraid he would die.
So
gross. Yeah. Gas station sushi.
We all know the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl last year. We've all grown up around the same area, loving to go to football games. So whenever you guys go to football games, like say tailgating, do you usually grill or do you cook anything there, or are you just there to drink?
So when I was younger, as you can attest to, eating was our last priority. So we really
definitely
just shot off the hip and we were more party. And the older we have got, we started trying to do a little bit more eating. But yeah, in the beginning, if we couldn't drink it, we weren't doing it.
We were so drunk we don't even remember the games.
Oh,
so, but with that being said, lately, I haven't been to a Chiefs game since 2018.
So the last one that we went
They haven't even won a Super Bowl at that time.
Yeah, the last one I went went to was when they went to the AFC Championship and lost to the freaking
Bills.
the Patriots.
Oh, the Patriots.
Yeah.
The last one I went to was before Mahomes started playing, and we were playing the Titans.
Did I go with you? Was that when me, you, and Aaron went?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And Carl. Of course.
So, what would you cook at a tailgate for like a Chiefs game nowadays?
So what I always did before is I had a little Smoky Joe small Weber.
Like one of those little, like,
Yeah,
it sits on a table. It's like yay big, yeah.
Yeah, so we did that a lot, and we would do like brats and stuff.
Oh yeah,
But-
brats are always a good go-to.
If I were to do it again now, like if I were to take my son and all those stuff, I would probably pack up
Like rib,
my
your
smoker, because that will run off a car.
yeah, and
So
you
I'd
cook
just leave my
some
truck
ribs
running.
or something
Yeah.
for that shit. Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah, I'd probably just start it before I left the house, strap it down in the back of the
Yeah.
truck, and just let it smoke the whole way.
Dude, I remember doing catering events. Do you remember that old smoker I had on the trailer?
The big one?
Not the big one, but the one that I took around most of the time. The bear. It looked.
The
It was
one
an
you
old,
did Jared's wedding for.
yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Remember that shit, Jared's wedding? Man, that was a crazy night. Oh man, we had a bachelor. All right, one of my endeavors about 10 years ago was a food truck, and I bought an old short bus to convert into a food truck. Well, this thing was almost converted into a food truck. Well, it was in the process of converting it. And I had a buddy that was getting married, and we needed to have a bachelor party for his ass. And we used it as a party bus for a night, and it was the first, last, and only time that will ever happen.
Yeah.
I do not recommend it. That's all I'll say about that.
That's all it can
Just
be.
to keep it cool, but yes, it was not. It was definitely not street legal. I will tell you that.
We did not commit any crimes.
But
in
we
the process.
played it off as that, like. We paid. I think we had somebody driving, but then they were not as sober as they should have been by the end of the night.
Statute of limitations for this, yeah.
Yeah, but those are learning experiences. You have to sometimes live a little bit. But that was some fun times. But that was with an old food truck that I had at one point in time.
Which was a good time. But the last bachelor party we went to, remember, we just sat around, we played cornhole, and we smoked meat and had a good time.
Oh yeah, that was another good one.
Yeah.
I love bachelor parties. I just think, I personally don't think, I have a shitty view of marriage, I guess, because I've been married and divorced. I just don't think that there's a point, but I guess I haven't found anybody that has proven me otherwise.
Yeah, if you find the right one.
But if you do happen to find a lucky woman, a good bachelor party is a barbecue, hang out with your friends, smoke your favorite meat, and put some
Rowdy
roast
Roots barbecue sauce on that bitch. Fuck yeah.
You actually have a good rub too. Have you ever talked about your rub on here?
No, I haven't, because the seasonings is not really the main thing I'm going for. Like, the sauces are like my signature. Like, you know how you sign the BLO when you're at work and you gotta fucking receive a whole bunch of goods. You know, I gotta always sign. All day long, I'm fucking signing shit.
Yeah. And that's your barbecue sauce.
That's my barbecue sauce. This is my fucking signature right there.
So I have a whole case of the barbecue sauce, and like I said, I'm gonna be taking some back with me when I go back to work and introduce it to my friends. But I love it. I put it on a lot of my stuff. I mean, I've done chicken, brisket, ribs.
So what about the flavor profile is that stands out, you think?
So I like the tomatoey. It's like Gates, but better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that tomatoey base better
It's
than
real
a lot.
sweet. It's real sweet and real tangy at the same time.
Yeah.
I consider it the trifecta.
Yeah, it's got a good balance to everything, and I like mine a little hotter. And Phil's is
And this is
warm.
full flavor. When you're at the store buying sauces, what are some factors that you consider if you've never heard of them before?
I big fan of small businesses and locally sourced stuff. That's big to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on that. A lot of the other stuff I think factors for other people, the ingredients and stuff like that. That's not super big to me, but I like to try a lot of locally small town stuff.
Do you think that winning awards is a big thing that matters to you?
Yeah, if I was walking in there and there was a sauce in there that won something, I'd probably check it out.
Try it more than the next one.
Yeah, I'd probably check it out. Now, if it was like a big factory brand, like Heinz, something or other award winning, probably not so much. But if it was like,
Well, yeah, I don't think they really ever care.
but I mean, if it was a small town one, like, hey, they won the American Royal sauce and all this stuff, I'd be like, yeah, I'd give that a shot.
And I guess the reason I asked that question in particular is because I entered this sauce into the American Royal sauce contest, which is if you win it, you're considered the best sauce on the planet. Alright, I've been reviewing the results for the last couple of years. The number one winner from 2022 was nowhere near the top category on anything this year. This sauce went about midway through the whole contest. But the thing that gets me is when you have different judges, like it's going to go on a panel of 6 judges each sauce. Like there was, I think if I remember right, there was like 600 to 800 sauces in there, and it came out about midway.
Still, that's pretty fucking good.
That's not bad at all.
But what I'm saying is that I don't know what the merit is with those judging competitions because tastes change, everybody varies, and the number one sauce the year before didn't even place in the top 10 immediately the next year.
I guess something else.
That's like a sauce does not change. Like this is what it is in a bottle.
Depends on who's judging though too.
Right.
Their
And
palate
tastes
is
change, and you get different judges every year. So I'm gonna continue to put this sauce in there and any other sauces that I make after the fact.
And I think the reason you hit mid-range is because out of all the sauces I've ever had, yours is definitely on the hotter side.
Oh yeah.
But I like hot stuff. So when I buy barbecue, you asked what I look for earlier, I do buy spicy sauces.
Would you consider it being classified as a hot sauce or a hotter sauce?
I would probably put spicy on the label.
My personal opinion is more like a mild.
Yeah.
You think it's a mild?
And I think so too, because the 2 categories that you have to enter, you have to classify it as a tomato mild or a tomato hot. And I put it into the tomato hot, and it did midway. I was thinking about but you can only put it into one category in the contest. One sauce can enter. If I had multiple sauces, they can enter, but they can only be entered once. So I think next year I'm going to put it into the tomato mild and see what it does.
And maybe so I base it on being hot because my kids say it's hot.
Right.
I don't think it's hot, but I do base it on them, but they are children.
Right.
With sissy palates.
Some kids actually like it.
Claire likes spicy. Tristan does not.
I've met people who thought tomato sauce was too spicy.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So,
Yeah. Black pepper, definitely too hot for some.
oh yeah. The stepson, he thinks that pepper is too spicy.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess Tristan was like that when he was younger. He does not like hot sauce.
It-
Claire will try Phil's hot sauce with me.
Yeah, and the wife, she always likes putting jalapenos and everything. I'm like, babe, I love jalapenos, but you know, those don't agree with my stomach at the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you guys cook fries, do you prefer ketchup or barbecue sauce on fries?
So I'm going to throw the whole thing off. I just like a good fry by itself.
Depends on the fry though. I mean, if you get a steak fry,
A thicker one?
yeah, I'll use a barbecue sauce.
I like the shoestring fries myself.
Like McDonald's fries.
Yes.
With those by themselves is perfectly fine, but ketchup goes well with it too.
So I'm not a ketchup person.
So
if I had to pick
I
one or the
personally
other.
like
So
the
if they were
mustard more.
seasoned,
Mustard.
so if they were seasoned properly, you wouldn't need nothing.
Yeah, but if I had to pick between ketchup or barbecue sauce, I would do barbecue sauce. I don't really like it.
Like you go Arby's curly fries, Arby's sauce with it, which is the
Ooh,
barbecue
yeah.
sauce.
Or like Freddy's
But
French
aren't
fry
theirs that
sauce.
seasoned fry also?
Yes.
Yeah.
Freddy's fry sauce fucking hits too.
Fuck yeah. So on burgers, do you guys do the ketchup, mustard, pickle, or do you like to put barbecue sauce on burgers?
If I make burgers at home, I will put barbecue sauce, ranch, and whatever cheese is, some lettuce, tomato, onion. It's delicious. A little bit of garlic salt on there, get
Right.
a little bit more of a kick.
Hell yeah.
See, and I don't do anything. I just do like I run it through the garden, put some cheese on it, and that's it.
Yeah, no sauces.
Nah, no sauces.
No.
But I think Amber is. Are you a nothing? You're like me. Okay.
So what about on like brats? Is it a mustard? I prefer mustard on brats, but like some people like barbecue sauces, some people like.
So I just recently had a Chicago style brat,
And
you
they
know,
have, like,
with the sour
onions and
cream
sour-
or the sauerkraut and the fucking
It has like veggies
pickles
on
and
it.
mater on there.
Mhm.
That was really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I liked sauerkraut up until that.
I've just been particular brats and mustard, man.
But I do like mustard on there. I do
Uh,
like the mustard.
Depends on the broth.
Sometimes I'll do them with barbecue sauce, depending on how they go. And
Yeah.
it depends on what I have in the
If
fridge.
it's just a plain broth, yeah, mustard. But
So-
if it's like a jalapeno cheddar broth, okay, I'm gonna leave the mustard off probably.
Hell yeah.
Just do the flavor of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you do the tomato sauce. Have you ever have you ever thought about trying a mustard barbecue sauce?
And I've been working on that a little bit this year.
Because that's like a southern, like North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yes, and I am working on it, and it is different. I will
Yeah?
tell you this.
Different animal.
It's a different animal, yes, because I am trying to eliminate the bad shit out of the sauces, like the high fructose corn syrup and shit like that. So I'm trying to make my mustard from scratch, and I'm having a hard time getting the consistent. Like it's been too thick.
I can see that. See, I've tried a mustard sauce like one time.
And I want it to pour like this, like the consistency that my sauce is. It's a thinner sauce, but it's great for dipping. It's perfect, and that's the sauce that I want to have the mustard the same way. I don't want it to be so thick where you got to like pound the bottom
Well,
of
you
the
have to
bottle.
remember when you're down there in the southern states, they just hide behind their sauces. They don't put no rubber. Rely on their meat tasting good.
They don't beat their meat
They,
like we do
they
here.
don't beat their meat.
Yeah.
Since sister's out in North Carolina right now,
Is that where she's at? I thought she was in Virginia.
Virginia. I don't remember.
She's up in Norfolk,
They're all
isn't
the
she?
same. All those states are the same.
Fair.
Yeah, I got to
Tell
try
her
out
to
some of that Carolina style, and
What'd you think?
it was good. But same time, whenever you grow
Was
up
it real
on,
vinegary?
it was. It was. But at the same time, whenever you grew up on Casey Masterpiece, and then you switch your palate to other stuff like Gates or Famous Dave's or now your sauce,
Yeah.
it doesn't compare.
To me, I guess I don't really want to say their name too much, but Gates barbecue sauce to me seems to be a lot like just, it doesn't have, it's definitely not tangy. It tastes more like tomatoes and celery seed, in my opinion. And I guess that's talking low, but
If I were to buy a store-bought one, I would do a Gates or a Sweet Baby Ray's, which are actually really strange because they're contrasts of the same ones.
They are
Gates
different.
is probably consistency-wise the closest to yours.
to yours, to mine. But the only difference about Sweet Baby Ray's is I noticed they use a lot of liquid smoke.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Every time I buy something store bought, it's Famous Dave's.
Really?
Yeah, I think it just has a much better taste to it.
What kind do you get?
The sweet and zesty.
Okay.
Have you had the devil's spit?
I think I tried it once. That is hot.
It is hot.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
why I don't really classify this as a hot barbecue sauce, because I think it could be hotter to classify as a hot.
I can see that. I can see it. So, like, have you ever covered your meat in like the mustard, like you see in a lot of those competitions?
No, and I think I'm going to start doing that, because brisket, at least in particular, I think I've got the pork down. I do my pork a little differently, and I'll explain that here in a minute. But I haven't ever done this. Yeah, that's fine. We're also cooking Thanksgiving dinner in here while we're recording, so yeah, just bear with us. This is episode number 1. We're not worried. We're just having a good time in this snowstorm.
That is true.
Yeah.
It was snowing pretty good today.
I had to pull my truck out.
We did.
Yeah.
But as far as mustard on the meat, I think I'm going to start doing that with brisket and using a salt. Some beers in me. Salt, pepper, garlic mixture. I'm going to just figure out a ratio or something, but just salt, pepper, and garlic for the brisket along with the mustard. And I think I wanted to also try to, since I haven't done this before, I want to try to start using my own mustard sauce for that.
Like what you're creating.
What I'm creating, which it's not store-bought sauce, but stuff like that.
Yeah, my dad likes turkey dry, and chicken dry too. So every time my sister or myself cook at the house, we always look at him. Is that dry enough for you? You like that?
You just have to
sit
put it
there
in
and
the oven
desert in
for
your
like
mouth. We're just sitting there making fun of him for it. But there are people who actually enjoy
How does he like a steak?
That's a good question.
He likes a steak done. Yeah. Whereas me, shit, I'll eat a blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is medium.
I go medium rare to a rare.
If I'm cooking myself, I would like it rare, but if I go in a restaurant, it's going to be more of a medium rare, because you don't know who's cooking, you don't know if they're going to cook it all the way, or if they're going to cook it too much, and it's better just to have it done that way.
Medium rare.
Yeah.
I tend to order mine on the rare side in the restaurant because they always overcook it.
That
So
is
if you
true.
order rare, maybe you'll hit medium rare.
That is true. But I never understood. Never
Well,
understood.
medium should be the standard.
People,
About medium is just like the middle.
people who order burgers rare, like no, absolutely not.
Do you know, in my personal opinion, a burger should be done because it's ground beef.
Yeah.
It should be. And people don't realize that all the bacteria and stuff are on the outside
Of the meat.
So whenever it gets ground
Bro,
up,
it's everywhere.
It's all mixed in. So that's why a burger should always be done.
Yes, I agree. And a steak is fine, rare as shit, rare as you want it. Because you're only got to worry about the top and the bottom layer. But yeah, like you said, with a burger, it's all touching anything.
Yep, it's all mixed up.
Right.
And so those bacterias and everything that was on the outside of the meat are now on the inside too.
Everywhere around
And so
it.
you need to have it cooked all the way
All the
through.
way through.
They
Yes.
say that, as long as it reaches, 165 degrees on the inside,
Well,
it's perfectly
a
fine.
burger to be completely done is only like 150.
Because chicken and turkey's on the higher end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Poultry,
165.
165. And whenever, like, I'm cooking a turkey right now outside in the snow, because I'm cool like that. It's going to be no higher than 170.
Mine
Better
was
be
much higher
juicier
than
than the way my dad likes
What
his
was-
turkey.
What was mine when I pulled it?
Yours was 180.
Oh, so now we're just going to dog my turkey.
Well, I didn't say that. You had to point that out.
In fairness, we did have to leave for a little while.
Yeah. It should have took it off earlier, because turkey doesn't take, like,
So,
I don't know. I have different opinions on times because it all depends on what temperature and how consistent that temperature is.
so is your turkey going to be like Christmas vacation?
You might want to take some to your dad.
Yeah, that might be. My turkey will be on the moist side.
My turkey's gonna be terrific, Phil.
It's all gonna be good turkey.
Well, how about we just have a little competition on that later?
We'll video, like, cause I'm gonna do a video of me cutting the turkey, my piece of turkey. We'll have you cutting yours. Will that work?
That work?
Yeah.
So that's always my deal when I cook on things, because I do a lot of barbecuing, like I said. And my biggest problem is I like to get a series of good rubs. I use the McCormick's shit in the pack, you know what I mean? But that's generic as fuck.
Yeah.
So I would like something, like we built this little rub off the internet, you know what I mean, this morning before we threw it in there, but
Not for the turkey.
yeah, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but yeah, the rubs and the seasoning have always been my thing.
But what was your go-to sauce before I decided to make my own?
Probably Sweet Baby Ray's or Gates, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are probably my two.
Your sauce actually, and I've told you this before, it actually reminds me where I used to live. There was a local barbecue sauce. It's called Onion Creek.
Really?
It was really good. It had a nice flavor, everything about it. But the thing that really stood out to me, and I've never been an onion person, fanatic, but it had a nice onion flavor to it, and it was enjoyable.
Well, I noticed there is an onion flavor in mine.
And yours is similar to it. It's not overpowering.
No.
It is enjoyable.
Right. Those are good compliments. Thank you. Because it's weird because I made this sauce and I'm still learning about it. Like, it's crazy. Several years later, because I started making this sauce about a decade ago when I did barbecue competitions. When I was in my 20s, pissed them away, drinking.
I was at his barbecue.
Yeah, we were the rowdy bunch
Yeah.
that they probably wanted to kick us out. They just couldn't find a reason.
Remember that time that you served the plate with a shot of Jim Beam with it to the judges?
Oh yeah. We turned in, as our open side, we turned in shots of Jim Beam. And I think it got higher scores than
Yeah, you did pretty good that year.
anything that I did that I actually cooked. But that one wasn't a KCBS section. That was Greeley, and that one was a rough. Those were some good old boys.
I went to
there.
Greeley this last year, and it's really not what it used to be anymore.
Dude,
They
those
used
motherfuckers.
to be packed.
It used to be the drunkest fest you would ever see in a small town, and that was their small town's thing. Like,
It is a small.
like Ottawa has the car show, Greeley had that barbecue, and they just would let loose. Like, they'd blow shit up, they'd catch shit on fire, and get drunk all night while everybody just barbecued in the park. And the first year I went there, I think it was 2009, and
Right, damn COVID.
And we were doing like pretty good because like one of their stipulations is you had to have like food ready for the public to try, and we had that, and like it was all sunny and bright all day long, and then all of a sudden a monsoon came in, a fucking thunderstorm, and we were sitting there. We were in the ditch. All right, mind you, there's a big ditch that goes through there where our canopy's under. We're holding it down. Luckily, we didn't get struck by lightning, but there's a river running through, beer cans just passing
I
us.
loved it that.
We're just sitting there holding it down. Beer cans are just passing us in this ditch as we're flooded for a minute until it all drains out. But yeah, that was a wild night. We drank through the whole night, came in last at the actual competition.
Each one's a learning experience.
Right.
This competition I went to this last year at Greeley, there were some that you look at it, you're like, no. Then you try it and you're like, no. And then you go to the next tent. And some of that stuff doesn't even taste good. It's like, what the hell
Well,
are
those
you
are the
doing
amateurs. That's where I started.
These are people with trucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with food trucks. And you're like, what are you doing? Like,
Well, I've always noticed that mediocre mediocre shit sells. You just gotta sell it right. Because here's one thing I learned. Because I was reading this one book last year and it was talking about like business type of stuff, and I bet you we all could have a better recipe of a burger than McDonald's. Every one of us could make a better burger than McDonald's.
Hell yeah.
But can we sell it as good as McDonald's? That's the difference in business.
A lot of people go to McDonald's though because it's a name and they've been around.
Right.
Let's just call it a spade a spade. A lot of people go to McDonald's because they don't want to fucking cook a burger.
Yeah.
Or they're drunk as shit and they need a greasy ass half burger, half soy product to soak up the alcohol.
Right.
Kids just absolutely love it because their food is just loaded with sugar.
They throw a
Salt.
stupid ass toy in there.
Yeah.
There you go, Phil. Sell your barbecue with some cheese stick fucking toy that you bought, and it's gonna. Yeah, like here's a goddamn Hot Wheel.
Then they choke on a Hot Wheel. Then some like infant chokes on a Hot Wheel and then sues me for fucking
Just go to
$100 million.
Walmart and buy a bunch of bouncy balls.
Bro, yeah, just tell them like, hey, don't.
Oh,
be shitty
remember
parents.
those Super Balls they used to get from like Pizza Hut or something?
True.
They fucking bounce like.
They never made them out of Pizza Hut either. Your parents let you get them on the way in. Next thing you know, well, your fucking ball's gone now, but it's over. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, dude, and they were like a quarter.
Yeah, that and the red cups. You guys remember the red cups they had
Yeah.
there? That every household had a bunch of red cups that they stole.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the cups from Pizza Hut. Yep,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Dude, my personal cups at the house are old grape jars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had nice little designs on it.
Alright.
Busting out the fancy stuff. No one really knew any better.
Right, here you
Fuck
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just we're gonna call it a wrap. It was good having these conversations. This is basically what it's gonna be about. Just conversations, having a good old time with old friends and anybody I can invite on this thing. So thank you for watching episode number 1.
Don't forget to check them out online. Buy stuff.
Don't forget to check out rowdyrootsbarbecue.com and check out this barbecue sauce. Alright, this is that turkey that I made earlier in the snow. Let's check this bitch out. Look at this. It's still probably pretty fucking hot. First off, I gotta take all this netting off of it.
It is ain't cool and
Go grab a bottle of sauce.
Yes, Phil.
Oh man, this looks juicy as shit. Look at this. Woo-wee. Look at this stuff.
See that one, huh?
It was smoked for 2 hours on a Weber kettle smoker. Grill, technically. This is so juicy. Alright, first off, let's check this shit. This is just plain.
Oh, that's super juicy.
See, that's what 170's like.
That's good.